Hello, everybody. Kevin Rosine, technical agronomist for ChannelSeed. Apologize, you're going to stare at my headset today. I forgot my other microphone, and it's a little breezy today, so I can't just use the phone microphone. So I'm coming to you from a field outside of Utica, Illinois today. Just spent a lot of this last week after the rain, and a lot of the last week looking through replant decisions, trying to help seed pros decide, what's worth replanting, what's not. I think a lot of the corn replants are done that I know of, at least. Um, there are still some of those later planted soybeans that we're walking right now and making decisions on. So that's still going on around the territory. And I guess to the replant decisions on soybeans, this is being recorded on May 29th, I think, is the Friday. And one thing I'm starting to think about and trying to talk guys through is if we are going to be replanting some soybeans here soon, in the next few days, next week or so, I need to start thinking about populations. Right now, obviously, we're out evaluating what populations we have in the field. I'm talking about the replant populations for the soybeans. A lot of these fields been recommending guys plant another 70, 80,000 on top of the 50 to 80,000 that are already out there. As we get closer to June, my mindset starts, let's bump that up a little bit more. Let's start splicing in around 100,000, maybe a slightly more, depending on what the current stand is, because there's getting to that magical time frame to where beans grow via the sunlight and the photo period on soybeans. So we need to make sure we have more out there, because we're going to have less growing days to get big enough to get a bunch of pods and a bunch of flowers on it. So we need to counteract that with more population. So that's why I've been starting to tell guys, let's start spiking in, let's try to get a little higher populations out there, just to counteract the time of year we're in. Corn wise, the early planted corn's looking pretty good. It's sitting in that V6 V7 time frame. It was trying to transition off of the seed energy into the root energy, and we had some ugly looking corn there for a week and a half, trying to process some of the post chemistry, as well as trying to start getting energy from the ground. And it was cold, it was wet, which we're very thankful for the rain. We needed the rain a lot of the area, but the cold weather and the rain caused that corn to struggle. Through that time, looked ugly, and it struggled. But once we get more heat, a lot more sunlight, that should really take off and start growing really fast and really well for us. Um, that's all I really wanted to cover today. Overall, things are looking pretty darn good here in Illinois. Just had to get through some of these replants. Actually, replants has been a little lower than I was expected, so that's always good to hear. But as always, if you ever need anything, don't hesitate to reach out. We'll be talking to you guys later. Thanks. Bye.